You can argue with me if you want to about this little difference or that little difference, and the era is different, and the salary cap. I know all that. Urban Meyer to the Jacksonville Jaguars is a lot like Jimmy Johnson to the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Fisher reporting for Frisco on America's team, Dallas Cowboys. Again, I was there for Jimmy, and here we are now for this move. Blockbuster. Urban Meyer, who has a habit of lifting up his skirt and showing off his thigh. He likes to be flirted with. He did it most recently to the University of Texas and told them, ooh, I guess I'm sick. All of a sudden, he's not sick anymore. He did it a year ago with the Dallas Cowboys, went on national TV, and in a move that most coaches would say was lacking in ethics, basically announced that he'd be interested in the Cowboy job, even though they already had a coach. This is 2019 now, when Jason Garrett was struggling. Very uncouth of Urban Meyer to do that, and yet that's one of the best things about Urban Meyer. Michael Irvin used to say to me, Fish, I can't do an imitation, your greatest strength is your greatest weakness. And what did that mean? Well, it means, if you're a ladies' man, that's a great strength. But it comes with so many dangers that it's also a great weakness. Michael Irvin talking. Urban Meyer has this, and so did Jimmy, has this great strength. It's ruthlessness. Now, I don't think Jimmy's that way anymore. I think Jimmy's more of a normal guy now. But Jimmy Johnson, as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, everybody knows the old story, he divorced his wife to join the Cowboys. Not exactly true. I mean, he had another relationship. That didn't get in the way. Jimmy and his relationship moved to Valley Ranch. The important part of the story is Jimmy's house was a modest house. It wasn't a McMansion. He didn't live in Highland Park. He lived 2 blocks away from Valley Ranch in a very nice, modest, relatively modest house. What do you call it? Upper middle class house. I think it had a swimming pool and stuff, but it wasn't a mansion. There's no coach in football. There's no coach in the NFL now. No NFL head coach that I know of that lives in a modest upper middle class house anymore. But Jimmy lived in that house because it was 2 blocks away from Valley Ranch. It took him 3 minutes to get to work. He was, and listen, Jimmy and I weren't then and aren't now best pals. But I did admire that about him. I mean, he was devoted to it. He was serious about it. And I remember writing for the newspaper, the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, I was writing a column about Jimmy Johnson. And I think this might have ended up in the book, Stars and Strife. And what I wrote is, I wouldn't want Jimmy as a father, a son, an uncle, grandfather, a brother, a friend, or a neighbor. But I'd hire him to be my coach. And I'm typing this, and I'm getting ready to send this in. We're going to publish this. And I thought, it's kind of a compliment, but it's also really mean. It's true. I mean, I felt that way, and I think I was right to feel that way, but that's still a harsh thing to say about another human. So I called Jimmy's office, and I said, hey, if you got a minute, I need to come up there. Come on up. So I stood in front of him, and I read it to him. Jimmy, here's what I'm going to write in the paper. I don't want you to be blindsided from it. I'm not trying to cheap shot you. This is the way I really feel. I know you're not going to. So I'm reading it to him. Jimmy Johnson, I wouldn't want him to be my dad, my uncle, my brother, my cousin, my son, my friend, or my neighbor. But I'd hire him to be my football coach. And not only did Jimmy Johnson not cuss me out, not only did he not throw me out, he looked me right in the eye with his big, deep dimple grin. He loved it. Loved it. He loved being portrayed as somebody who didn't celebrate Christmas, which he did not. Again, he might now. He loved being portrayed as somebody that simply didn't have time for Christmas. Now, it wasn't all true. He liked to be portrayed as somebody that really didn't go on vacation. That wasn't true. He went on vacation plenty. He went on great vacations. He even, the year in 1990, boy, he did hate me when we wrote this. In 1990, the Cowboys were like entering the last weekend of the season, and I don't know, what they finished, 7-9 or something, but they still win the last weekend of the season, having a chance at the playoffs. And then, excuse me if my numbers are a little off, but I'm close. And the Cowboys, and we go to Atlanta, and Babe Laufenberg is the quarterback. Comments below if tell me I'm remembering this right. And Babe, they didn't get it done, and they lost to Atlanta. Had they won, I think they were going to the playoffs. Instead, they lost, and so they had to wait for the Monday night game, which might have involved the Saints. And the Monday night game outcome would determine they could still go to the playoffs. This is the year when Jimmy Johnson won Coach of the Year. That was turning the thing around, 1-15 to 7-9 playoff contention. That was turning the thing around, not Super Bowls. That was turning it around. That was amazing. That's what Urban Meyer does, by the way, every time. Takes a team that was 2-8, and next year they go 8-2 every time. So we all go over to the what was the name of the bar? The Cowboy. Name of the bar right around Valley Ranch that ended up getting in trouble. Cowboy Cafe. And I'm there with a bunch of players, and we're watching this. And the wrong team won. Cowboys didn't go to the playoffs. Somebody called me the next day from inside the building and say, "You'll never guess who was down in the Cowboys travel agency." Cowboys had their own travel agency in the building. "Yeah, who?" "Jimmy." "Oh, big deal." "Well, he's going on he booked a vacation for this weekend." "Well, so what? You're out of the playoffs." "He booked it yesterday." He booked it Monday, before the Cowboys had even been ousted. Now, that doesn't, what does it mean? I mean, I think it means that he knew that which team was going to win that night. I guess that's what it means. But the all-in Jimmy, the totally focused Jimmy, I don't even like Christmas or vacations Jimmy, mostly true, but not completely true. And by the way, when I think that weekend, when they went to present Jimmy with the Coach of the Year award, they couldn't find him. And the reason they couldn't find him is because he was in like Cancun or something. That's why they couldn't find him. Not watching football, probably. And listen, deserved the vacation. But the myth of Jimmy amuses me. 99% of Jimmy's ruthlessness is true, but there is just one little percent where he was an actual regular human man. So the ruthlessness of this coach, who flirted with the Cowboys job. The Cowboys did contact Urban Meyer, by the way, in December of 2019. Never went anywhere. The University of Texas contacted him. He told them, "No, I don't feel healthy enough." Now Jacksonville contacts him. Maybe he likes Florida. Maybe the money was better. Maybe the idea of having the number 1 overall pick, just like the Cowboys had with Troy Aikman, maybe that's the appeal. Trevor Lawrence going to Jacksonville, turning that into a little bit of a destination, football destination, via free agency, which it never has been, of course. They've got tons of cap room. The reason they have tons of cap room is because nobody ever signs there. They have a good owner, although over the years, their owner, who of course has ties back in Europe, it's an open secret that if an NFL team ever moves to London, the London Jaguars are that team. But not now, because now they have Urban Meyer. They're going to sell some tickets. They're going to be on TV, and I'll tell you what else they're going to do, because Urban Meyer is ruthless the way Jimmy Johnson was ruthless. The other teams in the AFC South, you better get ready, because he's going to come at you with ruthlessness the way he did in college football. When, college football, the rules can be kind of punitive. If you cheat, there's no punishment for cheating in the NFL. What do they take away? What do they take? They fine the owner of $500,000. So what? For cheating? The reward in the NFL for cheating is it helps the Patriots win more Super Bowls. So Urban Meyer is very much in his element. And the teams competing with Jacksonville all of a sudden better be ready to do what the teams competing with Jimmy used to have to do. You better be on it. You better be assertive. You better be ruthless. And you better even push the envelope. Because like Jimmy Johnson before him, Urban Meyer is going to push the envelope on you. Fish out.